This is a PodFast summary of the conversation between Bradley Rettler and Peter McCormack, discussing Bitcoin, financial literacy, and artificial intelligence. In this conversation, the hosts delve into AI, the intricacies of Bitcoin, and the socio-economic, environmental, and ethical implications tied to these concepts. This information can help us to look at the economy from different perspectives, and to navigate the future as a changing economic climate and the rise of AI shake up the world around us. Key Idea 1. The Enigma of Personal Identity and AI. Have you ever watched a caterpillar? It starts off as this small, wriggly creature, and then it undergoes a remarkable transformation, blossoming into a vibrant butterfly. This metamorphosis isn't immediate. It's a process that takes time and follows a natural course. Let's use this as a metaphor for AI. Can an AI, much like the caterpillar, evolve into a person? This is a question that has fascinated and perplexed thinkers for years. Many believe that humans are unique, through concepts such as the soul. But is that where the line of personhood is drawn? Or could it be extended to include sophisticated AI systems in the future? This conversation isn't just academic. It's also deeply personal. We often reveal our own fears and uncertainties when we discuss AI, like when we worry that AI might mirror our darker traits. Just like with wondering if a glass is half full or half empty, our perspective reveals more about us than it does about the actual situation. When you find yourself grappling with this debate, remember, it's natural to question and to challenge. Don't shy away from these questions. Instead, embrace them, delve deeper into them, engage in discussions, and don't forget to read widely on the topic. The answers may not be straightforward, but the journey to finding them will undoubtedly be illuminating. Key Idea 2. Money as a social construct. Picture society as an elaborate tapestry, meticulously woven together by numerous threads. If each thread were an element that binds us together, one of the most significant threads would undoubtedly be money. Now let's take a moment to marvel at the chameleon, an intriguing creature famed for its adaptability. Have you ever seen how seamlessly a chameleon blends with its surroundings, altering its color based on the environment? Money shares a similar trait with this versatile reptile. It's not a rigid entity, but a socially constructed concept, consistently evolving and adapting to societal norms, rules, and shifts. Enter Bitcoin, the groundbreaking digital currency that has stirred a revolution in the financial world. Bitcoin is more than just a form of currency. It's a trailblazer, promising inclusivity and privacy in an increasingly interconnected world. Bitcoin in the world of cryptocurrency may seem intimidating at first, but remember, every new concept was once a stranger. Ask yourself, how has society shaped your understanding and perception of money? Discover how blockchain technology, the engine driving Bitcoin, functions. Participate in discussions, engage in debates, and absorb as much information as you can. By equipping yourself with knowledge and an inquisitive mind, you can keep up with the changing financial landscape as it adapts to technologies like Bitcoin. Key Idea 3. The ethical implications of money creation. Imagine our world as a gigantic seesaw. On one side, we have money creation and governance, acting as powerful forces that can significantly tip the scales of global equality. The mechanisms of money creation aren't just numbers on a balance sheet. They have real, tangible impacts on people's lives, often affecting those least able to bear the burden. Inflation stealthily erodes the value of money over time, gnawing away at the overall well-being of society. It's like rust that slowly but relentlessly corrodes metal, often going unnoticed until substantial damage has been done. Financial education is key to successfully navigating inflation. Our hosts view understanding money's role as being as vital as teaching a child how to read or write. Just as a traditional education can transform a life, learning about these alternative forms of money can open up new financial avenues for those who may otherwise be left behind. To stay afloat, you should inform yourself about the process of money creation and reflect on its impact on your life and on the world at large. Understand inflation and how it can silently affect your financial well-being. Then, look into Bitcoin, not just as a form of investment, but as a potential solution to some of these issues. Key Idea 4. Trust and transition. Think of performing a high-wire act, balancing on a tightrope, every step filled with uncertainty, but also possibility. That's exactly what the transition from traditional fiat currency to Bitcoin feels like. It's a path that requires an immense amount of trust. Trust in the technology, trust in the process, and significantly, trust in government institutions. At the core of this complex interplay is the morality of printed money. This isn't just an economic issue, it's an ethical one too. Hand in hand with this is the critical need for financial literacy. Just as we teach children how to navigate the physical world, we must equip them, and ourselves, with the knowledge to navigate the financial world. Financial literacy is more than a skill, it's a survival tool in today's world. Still, the journey towards widespread Bitcoin adoption isn't a paved highway. It's more like a path through a dense forest, with obstacles to navigate and considerations to keep in mind. Think of it like nurturing a seedling into a full-grown tree. The growth needs to be managed carefully, ensuring the process benefits the whole ecosystem and not just a part. Moreover, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room: climate change. As we transition towards digital currencies, we need to balance our drive for financial innovation with our responsibility towards the environment. Key Idea 5. Bridging the trust gap. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast chasm. On one side, we have the common perception of Bitcoin. It's often seen as shrouded in mystery, its anonymous nature fostering an association with illicit activities and causing many to view it with suspicion and distrust. This perception is much like a clouded lens, casting a shadow over the currency's potential benefits. On the other side of the chasm is the reality of Bitcoin, which is more akin to a tool for financial empowerment than a weapon for the underworld. It's a digital lifeline that can help individuals resisting oppressive regimes and create financial freedom for the average person. This is the bright but often overlooked side of Bitcoin. Building a bridge between these two sides is no small task. It's akin to constructing a suspension bridge across a windy canyon. It requires time, effort, and careful planning. But with education, transparency, and open dialogue, we can start laying down the planks for this bridge. Education is the cornerstone. Just as learning to read opens up a world of knowledge, learning how Bitcoin works can help demystify it, shedding light on its potential uses and dispelling unfounded fears. Transparency comes next. Just as a glass-bottom bridge allows us to see what's beneath our feet, making the operations of Bitcoin more transparent can enhance trust. This can involve a deeper understanding of how the public ledger system works, making it clear that while Bitcoin provides some level of anonymity, it's not a completely untraceable system. Lastly, open dialogue is vital. Like the cables that support a bridge, open conversations about Bitcoin can strengthen public trust. Whether it's discussions in online forums, social media platforms, or among your community, sharing balanced viewpoints on Bitcoin can help shape a more informed public perception. Key Idea 6. The US dollar versus Bitcoin. Our sixth and final key idea invites us to a game of tug-of-war, where the rope is the ongoing debate between the US dollar and Bitcoin. In this game, on one side, we have the proponents of the traditional US dollar. They're worried about the potential misuse of Bitcoin, concerned it could become a vessel for funding illegal activities. Their hands grip the rope tightly, tugging back against the strain from the other side. On the opposite end, we have the advocates for Bitcoin, pulling with equal fervor. They see the state's control of the US dollar as a conduit for funding unethical activities, such as wars and economic imperialism. This tug-of-war isn't merely about which side is stronger. It showcases the compelling influence of group identity and initial beliefs on our perceptions, much like a pair of tinted glasses influencing how we see the world. We should be willing to question and reassess our beliefs, especially those influenced by our group identities. Just as we would clean our glasses to see more clearly, we should also periodically examine and cleanse our beliefs to ensure they are based on accurate and current information. Also, engage with different perspectives. Participate in conversations with both proponents of traditional currencies and Bitcoin advocates. This way, you're not just listening to the echo of your own beliefs, but learning from a chorus of varied opinions. Being open to changing your perspectives based on new information doesn't mean you're indecisive. It simply signifies intellectual growth and adaptability. By holding your beliefs in such a way, you'll find yourself better able to navigate complex debates, such as the one surrounding the US dollar and Bitcoin. Thank you for listening to this PodFast summary between Bradley Rettler and Peter McCormack. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. See you next time.